There's a book that no one on Earth can read, and I mean no one. For 600 years, the smartest people who ever lived tried to crack it. They all failed. In this video, we're diving into the Voynich Manuscript, the most mysterious book in human history. We'll see impossible plants, star charts from skies that don't exist, and a language that breaks every rule. We'll meet the codebreakers who gave up, the AI that got confused, and the theory that might change everything. By the end, you'll understand why some mysteries are more valuable than their answers. Let's begin. Somewhere in Europe 6 centuries ago, someone created something impossible, 240 pages, filled with secrets no one has ever unlocked. It sat in private collections for 400 years, hidden, forgot. Then in 1912, a bookseller named Wilfrid Voynich changed everything. He found it in a Jesuit college near Rome, sealed in a chest. When Voynich opened it, he saw something that made no sense, plants that don't exist anywhere on Earth. A language that matches no known writing system, and women, naked women, swimming in green pools connected by strange tubes. Voynich spent 18 years trying to decode it. He died without a single answer. Since then, the greatest codebreakers in history have tried. World War II codebreakers, linguists, cryptographers, mathematicians. They brought in the FBI, and even the NSA took a look. Nobody has ever figured out what language it's written in, and nobody knows who wrote it or why. Carbon dating tells us the vellum is from the early 1400s, but the ink could have been added 200 years later. So was it created in the 15th century or forged much later? The illustrations are divided into 6 distinct sections. The botanical section shows 114 plants. Only a handful match real species. The rest are pure imagination. Or are they? Some botanists think they might be extinct species. The astronomical section is even stranger. It shows stars and constellations that don't match any sky we've ever seen. Some researchers think it might be a map of the sky from another hemisphere. Others believe it depicts a sky from another time entirely. The biological section shows something that has no parallel in any medieval text. Women in green pools connected by tubes as if part of some biological system. Are they patients, prisoners, or something we don't have words for? The pharmaceutical section shows roots, herbs, and strange minerals paired with the unknown text. The text has been analyzed more than any other document in history. Linguists counted every letter. Mathematicians mapped every pattern. What they found was disturbing. The language follows rules, but the rules don't match any language ever spoken on Earth. Some words appear only in certain sections, like a technical vocabulary. Other words appear everywhere, like common articles and prepositions. This is how real languages behave, but this isn't a real language. The most famous codebreaker of World War II took a look, William Friedman. He broke Japanese diplomatic codes and helped win the war. He spent years on the Voynich and admitted defeat. In the 1970s, the NSA classified their own analysis. When it was finally declassified, it revealed nothing new. Then came the computers. Surely machines could crack it. They ran every statistical test ever invented. The manuscript laughed at them all. In 2009, a botanist claimed she'd identified the plants. She said they were New World species, proof the author had been to America. Other botanists disagreed. The matches were forced. The proof fell apart. Then a radiocarbon expert proposed a shocking theory. What if the vellum is old but the ink is new? A perfect forgery on ancient material. The theory gained traction, but then a new problem emerged. Even as a hoax, it would require a genius forger with impossible patience. 240 pages, each one consistent with the others. A forger would need to invent a language with internal rules, and never break them. They would need to invent plants that are botanically plausible but non-existent. They would need to draw star charts for a sky that doesn't exist. All this for what? A book no one could read, a joke that wouldn't be told for centuries. The hoax theory has a fatal flaw. No forger in history has ever been this good, and if it's not a hoax, then what is it? In 2014, a statistical physicist made a bold claim. Marcelo Montemurro said he'd found meaningful word patterns using entropy analysis. Other researchers immediately challenged his methods. The debate continues today. Then came the neural networks, deep learning, artificial intelligence. Researchers fed the entire manuscript into machine learning models. The AI found patterns humans had missed, but it still couldn't read a single word. In 2018, a Canadian team used AI to suggest the language was encoded Hebrew. The first sentence they claimed began, "She made recommendations to the priest." Hebrew scholars reviewed the work. They were not convinced. The problem is deeper than code breaking. We don't even know what kind of problem this is. Is it a language, a code, a cipher, a hoax, a ritual text, a medical manual? Every time someone claims to have solved it, the solution falls apart under scrutiny. Maybe the manuscript is exactly what it appears to be, a book that cannot be read. And maybe that's the point. Maybe it was never meant to be understood. The manuscript has become something no one expected. Immortal. It has appeared in novels, films, and television shows. It has inspired conspiracy theories about aliens, time travelers, and secret societies. Each theory says more about the theorist than about the manuscript. Scientists see a scientific mystery. Mystics see a spiritual message. Artists see beauty, historians see a puzzle, philosophers see a question about knowledge itself. The manuscript has become a mirror. We see ourselves in its unreadable pages. It is the most studied unreadable book in human history, and it may remain unreadable forever. But here is the strange thing, that might be why we love it. In a world where everything can be Googled, the Voynich Manuscript refuses. It reminds us that not everything is meant to be solved, that some mysteries are more valuable than their solutions. The Voynich Manuscript is not a problem, it is a gift, a reminder that the universe still has secrets and that we are still capable of wonder. The book that no one can read, and perhaps the book that was never meant to be read, only wondered at. So that's the Voynich Manuscript, 6 centuries of genius, failure, and wonder. We still don't know who wrote it, what language it's in, or why it exists. But I want to know what you think. Is it a hoax, a lost language, or something we can't even imagine? Drop your theory in the comments. I will read every single one. If you loved this mystery, hit like and subscribe. I've got plenty more stories that will keep you up at night. Thanks for watching, and remember, some books are meant to be wondered at, not understood.